When I entered this room, that was what I saw. That God has brought together a people for Himself, to redeem them from all lawlessness and to purify them for Himself. Yun yung nakita ko. And as you prepare yourself this coming season of Advent, I know that your time of waiting, dito kanina, meron tayong hintay, your time waiting will not be of waste. We wait for Jesus in the celebration of Christmas, but we also wait for Him in a special way because He will come again in glory. And the celebration of the seasons, yung sinasabi niya, Advent season, special or ordinary times, the celebration of the seasons are constant reminders, okay, for us of this great truth that one day Jesus will come again. Nung ako'y bata-bata pa, ako'y naging seminarista, may mga kasama kong mga seminarista rin, kapag Ash Wednesday, sa dami ng mga taong gusto magpalagay ng abo, pati yung mga seminarista, kahit walang kamalay-malay, tawagin, tapos papipilahin ng mga tao, pati sila naglalagay. Mahabang sinasabi nun Ikaw ay alabok at sa alabok magbabalik. Ikaw ay sa alabok at sa alabok magbabalik. Ikaw ay sa alabok at sa alabok. Ulit-ulit siya, papawisan ng kilikili mo niya. Ikaw alabok. Finally, nagkakasiksik ka na. Siksik ka na. Abulang magtutulakan pa. Abulang nagsisiksikan pa. Ikaw ay alabok. Nagalit yung seminarista Nung nakita na niya yung nanunulak, pagkatapos niya, mamamatay ka rin. Mamamatay ka rin. Mamamatay ka rin. And in a sense, that is the message, that we, indirectly are being reminded of. That definitely we will die. That definitely the end will come. But more definite is the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. And that reality and that promise that Christ will appear again, should be enough for us to prepare, should be enough for us to be ready, should be enough for us to always be watchful and awake. Luke 12 would say, "Blessed are those servants whom the master finds awake when he comes." Blessed are they, happy are they. Be glad when your master comes and finds you awake, waiting for his return. And the general message for this evening is for us to be ready and for us to wait. This season is a season of waiting, because He will come in a way that many of us may not really understand in different ways, but we should always be waiting. Our waiting as disciples should be a joyful time. Kailangan kayo pala na makuha natin, kailangan pala itong paghihintay na ito, should be a happy episode. Because we're blessed if we are found awake, ready, and waiting. But in reality, waiting is one of the hardest commands in the Scriptures. Even though God promises special blessings, nangangako siya, pag marunong kayo maghintay, may blessing kayo, waiting is still the most difficult exhortation in Scripture. People just don't want to wait. Kaya kanina, nung pumipila ako, naghihintay ako sa traffic, pinipili kang mag-enjoy. Kasi hindi ko masasabi, I enjoy pag waiting. Kamali ako ng liko. Nagtaka ako. Dapat ko na dumiretso ako ng Cross Boulevard. Wala ako dumiretso. So, nagkamali ako. But I just have to enjoy that time of waiting. Because in reality, people do not enjoy waiting. Why? Bakit napakahirap? Simply because it is part of our fallen humanity. Simply because we are so prone into taking matters into our own hands, taking matters into our own hands, and making the decisions that we want to do. Nainip eh. May pangako ang Panginoon, okay? But we wanted to follow our own schemes, that we want to take matters in our own hands, like that woman, and she started following her own schemes. You know, if you're wondering why we are so impatient, sabi nga, blame it on the woman. Kasalanan niya. But that impatience, okay, that disobedience, that happy thought, it was a thought, but it was a happy thought, resulted in a promise. Nagkamali nga. Kaya na mabait talaga ang Panginoon eh. And therefore, it resulted into a promise that I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between her seed and your seed, and that he will crush his head and he will strike his heel. That is the promise. The promise is that one day, kahit fallen yung nature natin, kahit ano bang dinadaan natin, one day Jesus will come again in glory. And all of these things that we are seeing now from the beginning until when Jesus comes again, they are all connected. Simula noon, at nandito tayo ngayon, at sa mga dating pagpanahon, they are all connected. There's this famous guy by the name of Alexander Dumas. Sino alam mo si Alexander Dumas? Sino yan? Okay. Si Alexander Dumas ang sumulat ng Three Musketeers, Count of Monte Cristo. So, siguro talaga siya kasi he's a good playwright and a philosopher. And sabi lang niya, all human wisdom is summed up in two words: wait and hope. Kung gusto mong matutunan ang lahat ng katalinuhan sa mundo, gusto mong masabing isa kang marunong na tao, kailangan matutunan mo kung anong ibig sabihin ng maghintay at umasa. Kasi napakahirap maghintay at napakahirap umasa. A waiting person, Henry Nouwen would say, is a patient person. Which means that there's a willingness to just stay. Stay where you are. Live the situation out to the full in the belief that something hidden there will manifest itself to us. Ayoko na nga eh. But I will have to stay there and believe that something good will happen. Okay? Henry Nouwen explores what he calls this spirituality of waiting. And he explains that while God is waiting for His people, we are also being asked, okay, to wait on God. Okay? To give up our desire for control and say, Lord, I will just trust you. Okay? That I know you love me. I know you are faithful. Yung paulit-ulit namin rin kanina. And that your love will exceed anything that we might even imagine. Alam niyo ako, marami akong dinadaanan itong mga panahon ito. At kung minsan, sa dami ng mga dinadaanan ko, ayoko na lang ikwentong lahat. No? Parang hindi ko na alam kung ano yung ipagdadasal ko. Hindi ko na alam kung ano yung ipagdadasal ko. So, I just have to believe that He knows what He's doing. At alam ng Panginoon. Kaya itong minimemorize mo ngayon. Now to Him who by the power at work within us is able to do far more abundantly than all we ask or think. To Him be the glory in the church and in Christ Jesus to all generations, forever and ever. Yun na lang yung kinakapitan ko na, Lord, hindi ko na alam kung ano ba ang hihingin ko. Kasi baka hinihingi ko yan, baka hindi naman yan ang will mo. Ano nga ba ang will mo? And I know that for a fact that you are also asking the Lord what His will for your lives is. And the promise is that He is able to do far more abundantly than all that we ask or think. Waiting is essential to spiritual life because it is a waiting with a promise, it is a waiting with a conviction, and it is waiting with hope. You know, waiting necessitates the passage of time. Hindi ka naman pwedeng maghintay na walang oras, no? Kapag sinabing maghihintay ka, may oras. Okay? And Psalm 130 would say, I will wait for the Lord. My soul does wait, and in His word I hope. My soul waits for the Lord more than the watchman in the morning. Kino-compare doon sa paghihintay ng isang bantay, watchman on the wall. Hinihintay niyang matapos yung kanyang shift. Hinihintay niyang matapos yung kanyang trabaho for the sun, okay, to come. But more than the sureness, more than the certainty that the sun will come, at matatapos din yung kanyang shift, okay, more than the certainty that the sun will come, is the certainty that the Lord is there with His loving kindness, and with Him an abundance of redemption, abundance of redemption. Binidisap itong portion ito kasi hindi naman ito yung pag-usapan natin ngayon. I want you to go home with something that's very concrete. Okay? So we're saying here that we can only wait and hope in the dimension of time. Okay? Without time, we can't wait. Ano naman nag-compare na? Wala naman time. And without time, there is no need to hope. Because wala ka na naasahan, wala kang time. Tapos na eh. Game over. Kapag game over, wala kang time. Sabihin pa, mananalo pa. Talo ka na eh. Okay? But we have to clarify and understand that time, sabi natin, is in the hands of God. When we talk about waiting, and when we talk about hoping, we need time. And that time is in the hands of God. And we can wait with hope in God's time. Why? And do you know why? You know, when we begin to figure out why we do what we do, God will teach us how to do it. And what we're trying to understand is, why can we wait? Why can we hope? Why can we put our trust in God in His own time? Number one, we can wait in hope in God's time because one, God is trustworthy. He, okay, who made a promise is trustworthy. You know, the ability to wait with hope stems from being confident and focused on who God is. Alam na natin faithful siya. Alam natin mapagkakatiwalaan natin siya. Alam niya yung ginagawa niya. And therefore, we can entrust our work to the Lord. We can be at peace knowing that the Lord knows the plans for our lives. Okay? And that the Lord honors us whenever we put our trust in Him. That He is trustworthy. Many, many years ago, I was beginning in the renewal, and then, bata ka naman, ang mga concern mo, napakasimple lang eh. Ngayon, hindi mo simple. Pero nung nandun ka, parang ang laki ng problema mo. And of course, ang problema ko is, gusto ko sumunod kay Lord. Pero meron din akong conflict sa buhay ko kasi meron na akong girlfriend noon na hindi ko ma-reconcile. Okay? Dahil feeling ko gusto ng Panginoon na mag-serve ako sa Kanya ng buong buo. And at that time, okay, nag-i-struggle talaga ako. Feeling ko hindi nakakatulong yung relasyon. Some point I have to ask. And yung teacher ko, nakita ko, sabi ko na sa kanya, anong gagawin ko?
Ang gusto kong mahalin ng Panginoon, mahal ko rin ito, feeling ko hindi na ako makakahanap ng ganito pang klaseng babae. Gano'n. Gano'n ang telephone. Pag in love ka, tawag mo is home hug. Parang gano'n. Home hug. So, kung hindi ka na makakahanap, anong gagawin ko? Okay? And yet, ang sinabi lang sa akin, yung teacher ni Jude, Raymond pa tawag niya sa akin, Raymond, love the Lord first. Love the Lord first. And He will give you the woman you deserve. Love the Lord first. And He will give you the woman you deserve. Hindi ba siya? Baka siya na. And it was very clear. And at some point, the relationship ended. It had to end. And I had to move on. But while I was, kinapitan ko lang yun. Sinabi ko lang pa ulit, Lord, I trust you. I trust na hindi mo ako pababayaan. I trust na tutuparin mo yung pangako mo yan. It has been a long time since the promise was given. I've been married now for 21 years. Okay? I have 4 children, by the way. Pinangalan kahapon yung isa. 4 children. Hindi pa naalala yung talay ko lang. And yet I would say that, Lord, indeed you are a trustworthy God. One whose word will always be true. And I can trust in you. And trust that in time, you will answer my prayer. Number 2. Okay? How can you trust God? Kanina sinabi nyo, that God is never late. Diba? Sinabi mo, God is never late? Oh. Dapat ikaw na nagtok eh. And when we say God is never late, okay, we are actually saying that His timing is impeccable. Hindi mo mapipintisan, wala kang masasabi. Okay? Napakagaling ng tiyempo niya. Okay? The moment you believe in the Lord, you know that everything, even the smallest details of it, even your smallest concern, okay? Kung meron kayong inaasahan at naiinip na kayo, alamin niyo na kung ibibigay yan sa tamang oras, sa eksaktong panahon. Di ba dramatic ng mga experiences that shows how perfect God's timing is. Pero mas natutuwa ako dun sa mga maliliit na example, yung pati yan, pinatulan mo, Lord. One time, nagpagawa kami nung bago pa lang napagawa yung bahay namin sa Antipolo. Nung ang turn na ni Mario na tapos na construction, sa kanya naman ngayon yung garden. Papaayos na yung garden. Namili na ngayon ng magpunta na siya sa garden shop, namili ng mga halaman, nakipag-travel na kung magkano gagawin yung hardinero, sila mag-aayos, yung landscaping, tapos bumili na ng mga lupa, diniliver ng lahat. Ano lang lahat. Tapos, gagawin na yung landscaper, sabi niya, Ma'am, hindi mo natin basta-basta pwedeng ilagay yung mga halaman eh. Bakit? Kulang po yung lupa. Meaning, kulang yung lupa, no? Kailangan dagdagan pa ng lupa para pag tumaas na yung lupa, doon pa lang ilalagay yung topsoil. At pag naalagay yung topsoil, doon pa lang maglalagay at mag-design. Ha? Gano'n ka lang yung karaming lupa kailangan? Mga ano lang naman ho. Kahit isang F lang. Isang F. Sabi niya nun, Diyo, kailangan ito isang F. Nasa punto kami. Sa punto kong bahay. So sabi ko, paano? Saan tayo kukuha? Sabi niya, ang layo-layo noong pinagpilihan. Sabi ko, sige ba, bahala na akong maghahanap. Umikot ako, naghanap ako ng maraming ng lupa sa bundok, no? Sa bundok ka naman eh. Ang problema mo, paano makakakot ng isang F in time para yung taong naghihintay na magtatrabaho hindi maghapon nakaupo. Kung hindi, maghapon siya walang magagawa. Kailangan mabilis. Isa ka naman ako mag-isa maghapon, isang F. Hanap ako ng mga tao, baka sakaling yung mga tao kung makuha Huhukay. Pag naghukay naman, saan man ikakarga? Okay? At pag naikarga naman, paano naman namin magagawa na kagad-kagad? Drive lang ako ng drive. Ikot ako ng ikot. Talking to the Lord and asking the Lord, Lord, paano ko ba lulutas itong problema ko? Finally, I just have to stop. And I just have to say, Lord, hindi ko na alam ang gagawin. Kaya kailangan kong gawin, kaya ako ng lupa, wala akong makitang tao ito, wala akong makitang paraan, hinto na ako, ikaw na ako Diyos. Ikaw na ako Lord. Ano yun? Mamaya, from afar, dito ko, meron kong payloader, dumarating. Meron parang isang payloader galing sa kabilang mundo, may pinagagawa sa kanila sa kabilang mundo, nagdaan doon sa harap ng bahay namin. Uy, payloader, gawin lang. Para ako. Para ako, saan ka pupunta? Sabi niya, doon sa kabila, dadaan sa bahay namin. Sabi niya, pwede mo bang ikuha lang ng lupa lang yan ako sa gilid ng bahay, ako din mo lalagay ng, sige ako. Tapos, ginagawa sa bahay. Pumarang ako, Diyo, nasa na yung lupa? Wait ka na. Mamaya, ito umaakit na yung payloader, tapos kumayod na. Ilinagay ko sa kailangan. In 5 minutes, natapos lahat ng trabaho. Tapos minaabutan ko, very generous ako, pinili ako ng 20 pesos eh. Dahil naabutan ko, magmaraw. Pero, so, natapos, no? Sabi yung mga ko, saan na ako kaya? Wala, nagdasal ako. Ang dalas nangyari sa buhay ko yan, makapag hindi ko na kaya, hindi ko na alam ang gagawin ko at nag-iwanan ako sa Panginoon. The Lord moves. And when He moves in the best way and He moves in perfect timing. Kanina meron nag-stop sa Ligaya, kumakain ako papuntaan dito, sabi ko kakain mo na ako, paalis na lang siya. Tapos nung paalis na lang siya, umiyak ka. Gumagano na. Sabi ko na ko, pag umiyak ko, makukwento ito, no? Tapos nagkwento na. Siyempre, pag nagkwento, hindi na makakain na, no? Ganun. Para wala kang pakilang, no? At some point, hindi ko rin alam ang sasabihin ko. Pero alam ko lang, kailangan may sabihin ako eh. Okay? At sa akin, sinisipa ko na yung pao sa ilalim ng lamesa. Magsalita ako. I have to tell myself that you have to do something. Parang gano'n. And all I could say was, uuwi ka, kung magagawa mo ito, wala ka naman magagawa. Sabihin mo na lang kay Lord, Lord, hindi ko na alam ang gagawin ko. Nagawa ko na yung mga dapat kong gawin. Wala na akong magawa ngayon, hindi ko alam. Ikaw na ang Diyos. Stop. And let the Lord do what He wants to happen. And I promise you that God's time is always in my glory. Do not worry about tomorrow, because God is already there. The third is that we can wait in hope in God's time because God is magnanimous. Alam nyo, ang hirap maghintay pero ang feeling mo, hindi ko naman alam. Kung ibibigay nga sa akin ito kasi hindi naman ako worthy. Parang ang hirap humingi dahil alam mo naman, hindi naman ako humingi kasi parang hindi naman para sa akin yan. Parang ang layo ko naman sa Kanya. And yet, ang sinasabi natin, we can trust, we can believe, and we know that God is very generous in forgiving, generous in trying to win us over back to Him. Okay? Kaya kaya natin magtiwala. Meron kaming kasama sa community na she passed away already, but whenever people talk about her, si Tita Nati ito, Tita Nati, nanay ni Tito Andy, yung pinag-uusapan siya, ang kwento lang is, there was one time na nag-imbita siya ng mga tao, ng mga community members, nagkain na, nagpa-party. Tapos nung nagkakain na, people became curious kasi wala namang may birthday, wala namang okasyon. Talagang nagpa-party lang. Finally, someone had the gall to ask, ano bang pinagdiriwang natin? And finally, sinabi ni Tito Nati, nagpapapati ako kasi nakapagpatawad ako. Nangyari pa lang, meron pala siyang kamag-anak na inutangan na siya, linoko na siya, yung gano'n. Masamang-masama yun niya, galit siya. But finally, narating niya yung point na nasabi niya hindi tapos na. I'm releasing him. Okay? And I'm forgiving him. And because narating niya yun, nakapagpatawad siya. Okay? She became so happy that she had to call for a party. And in many ways, gano'n din tayo whenever we talk about the prodigal son. Pag pinag-usapan yung prodigal son, ang dami natin narinig. But in reality, kung umuwi yung batang yan, ang dami pwedeng sabihin ng tatay eh. Walang yaka. Buhay pa ako, kinuha mo na yung mana. At pagkatapos, inubos mo pang lahat. Tapos, nung maubos mo lahat, naghanap buhay ka pa, gamit mo yung pangalan ko, nagpaalila ka, tapos baboy ka, pati ba naman pagkain ng baboy, pinatulan mo? Parang gano'n. Yung ang dami na pwedeng ikagalit. And yet, when the son came, he found himself being able to forgive. And when he was able to forgive, more than the joy na bumalik yung anak niya, papati tayo. Papatayin ninyo yung patas ka. Because my son is still there, is still alive. More than that, nakapagpatawad siya. We can wait in hope knowing that God is waiting for us to come back to Him. But He's also giving us this gift to forgive the hurts that we have experienced. Itong Advent na ito, kung may hinahanap kayo na gusto nyo gawin ang Panginoon sa buhay nyo, hanapin niyo yung mga nakasakit sa inyo. Mukha niya, ito na, ito nila yung mukha nila. Hanapin, hindi sumisakpalin, gano'n, ano? Hanapin ninyo, isipin nyo yung mga taong sinaktan kayo. Those people that caused so much pain and hurt in your lives. And then ask the Lord, who is magnanimous, who is generous to forgive you, to give you the grace to forgive. The next would be, we can believe and we can wait in gladness because we know that God has a plan. And that His plan, is eternal. That what He does and what He allows us to go through will have an impact on our destiny. So yung dinadaanan natin ngayon, yung sinasabi ni Lord, bakit mo sa akin pinapadaanan ngayon ito? Kailangan should turn into gratitude, saying, thank you Lord, pinadadaan mo sa akin itong paghihirap na ito o itong period na ito sa buhay ko. Because I know that this particular period in my life has an impact and has a significant role in my eternal destiny. Na dati ang isang araw, pagdating mo sa langit, makikita mo, kaya pala ako lang dito sa langit, ay dahil pinadaanan sa akin ng Panginoon yung dinadaanan ko ngayon at tinuro sa akin ng Panginoon. Paano? How can I do the right thing? How can I wait for Him, knowing that He has a plan for me? You know, all great spiritual leaders in history, were people of hope. Abraham, okay, sila Moses, Ruth, lahat sila. Even those who are not considered the saints, okay? Sila Gandhi, Dorothy, these are all people of hope because they live their lives and live the promise in their hearts. May pinangako, may pangako nasa puso nila. They just know that God has a certain purpose for them and they just need to cooperate. How can you wait in gladness? Kung sinasabi mo, June, okay, this season of Advent, we can wait because time is in the hands of God. How can we wait in gladness in time? We need to have daily hope. We need to have a weekly rest. We need to have a monthly letting go. These are all dimensions of time, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. And we need to have a yearly recollection. For tonight, daily hope lang pag-uusapan natin. We need to have daily hope. You know, people need hope so much. Lahat tayo kailangan yan. And therefore, okay, we need to learn how to hold on, okay, to the promises of God. We cannot hope for something that has not been promised. We therefore need to seek the Lord in order to hear His promises to us. And waiting involves seeking the Lord. So kapag may dinadaanan kayo, meron kayong hinahanap, may gusto kayong makuha sagot, hindi yan malalaglag na hindi nyo hinahanap ang Panginoon. You would have to seek the Lord. You would have to spend some time in praising, Lord, I would spend a day, okay? Tayong dalawa lang. Magpupunta ako dun sa cemetery, sa likod ng bahay namin, para gano'n. Tahimik doon. Okay? I will spend a day just for me and you to speak, to talk. Okay? It is during those times of seeking when the Lord speaks to us and the Lord gives us His promises. Lamentations 3 would say, the Lord is good to those who wait for Him, to the person who seeks Him. Many years ago, again, sabi ko, Lord, may dinadaanan ako'y full-time sa iyo. May kwento ko na sa inyo ito. Sabi ko naman sa inyo na magalang ako'y Kristiyan, meron na akong isang weakness na hindi ko patanggal-tanggal sa buhay ko. Isang kahinaan, isang addiction na hanggang ngayon, dala-dala ko pa rin. At yan yung hilig ko sa chippy. Nagbago niya ngayon, chippy green na ako ngayon, chippy green. Nakikita niyo yung chippy green? Sabi mo na, chippy green. At doon, okay, kapag nag-grocery ako, okay, hindi ko mapigil yung kamay ko, gumagal sa chippy, Tapos sabihin ko paghawak na, huwag na lang. Ibang bibili ko na lang ng gatas ng anak ko. Kasi mga bata ko yung mga ang mamahal ng mga formula milk eh. Huwag na lang gatas. Kung minsan sinasabi ko nga sa mga anak ko, anak, bagus-bagus na naman yung gatas ko. Nawawala ko nagsisipis si papa eh. Ganon yung sitwasyon, yung it's either magchichipi ka o bibili mo ng gatas eh. And sabi ko, I have to seek the Lord. Sabi ko, may isang retreat. Nagpunta ako sa isang retreat na yun. Ang tanong ko lang is, Lord, gusto mo bang ituloy ko yung ginagawa ko ngayon? I'm working full-time. Dating araw, hindi lang chippy o hindi lang gatas ang magiging concern mo. Dating araw, yung pag-aaral nila, magiging problema ko, yung kinabukasan nila. Lord, sagutin mo ako. And during that time, the Lord was so clear in speaking to me and told me, okay, sagot ko yung mga anak mo. Yung college sa mga anak mo. Sagot ko mga anak mo. Talaga. Kinapita ko yun. Okay? Pero matagal mong makikita yung katotohanan mo. It's only recently that my children, my two daughters now are in college. Nasa college na sila. Nasa Ateneo yung isa. Right? Nasa USA yung isa. At pindarating yung bayaran Okay? Malapit na malapit. Para yung paalala ko, sabi mo nga. Okay? Sabi mo, sagot ko yung mga anak ko. And I just have to hold on to His promise. Palagi yan. Itong latest na to, enrollment October, tinitingnan ako ng wife ko. June, mag-enrollment na. Sabi ko, sabi ko na din. Wala siya. Wala ka magagawin. Isa naman may problema, din ako eh. Talaga. Niisip ko kung anong mga parang na gagawin ko. And then 2 days before, tawag yung kapatid ko. Tawag ko sa niya, punta sa bahay. Parang naman, usap-usap na kami. And then she handed me money, okay? Dahil bigla siya nakapagsara ng deal from nowhere. Bago na siya, suddenly she became rich. Parang ano lang yung, at then, rich siya. Okay? It's so easy to give. Binigyan ako ng pera. Inabutan ako ng pera. Alam mo, nagbabayad na ako ng tuition fee. Okay? 300 pesos na lang idadagdag ko eh. Okay? 300 pesos na lang dahil yung the money was enough, okay, for what I have to pay. Gusto ko sabihin, Lord, 300 may pakimpleto. Kaya nakakasama ko naman, pag ganun pa. I was so thankful. Lord. Sabi ko, pagkakot ko yan, Lord, ang dami ko yung pinigla, parang gano'n, But you can hold on to the promise of God. But what I'm saying is that we can wait in gladness because we can hold on to God's promises, but that we cannot hope on something that has not been promised. Okay? Kailangan pinangako, maririnig mo lang yung mga pangako yun. You seek the Lord. And Advent is a time of seeking the Lord. Kung may hinahanap kayo, this is a time to come and draw near closer to the Lord. Sorry, brothers. Time na, no? Next time na ulit. Pilitin ko tapusin. Next, how can we wait in gladness? Number 2, we need to overcome negative emotions during this time. Sinabi na naman ninyo yan kanina. Sabi niyo may mga dito sa paghihintay natin, maraming mga negative na mangyayari. May mga setbacks. Okay, nangyayari yan. And that is something that you have to learn even as a young Christian. That in a Christian person's life, the good things happen with the bad. Hindi po Kristiyano ka, okay, puro good na lang ang mangyayari sa'yo. Or vice versa, napakamalas natin, puro bad. Okay? In our life, the good and the bad happens together. It is a matter of how we blend them together and use that time so that we can become stronger. Mind you, yung mga tao sa labas, ganoon din naman. Hindi naman tayo lang may problema. Sila din may problema. It's a matter of how we take on and approach the negative things that happen to us. But there is a mandate. Okay? Tinuturoan tayo ng Panginoon. Okay? Anong sinasabi ng Panginoon? Do not give in to sadness. Do not give in. Meron pa rin itong mga emotional na kapag may problema, gusto nila yung nalulong sila na papatugtog ng mga emotional. Ikat lang ako ang kapag so, do not give in to sadness. Do not torment not yourself in brooding. Gladness of heart is the very life of man. Cheerfulness prolongs his day. So distract yourself. Pag may dinadaan kayo, distract yourself. Renew your courage. Drive resentment far away from you. For worry has brought death to many, nor is there ought to be gained from resentment. Envy and anger shortens one's life. Worry brings on premature old age. Sino ba ito nag-worry? Worry brings, on premature old age. And one who is cheerful and gay, while at table, benefits from his food. Sasabi, pag kumakain ka, enjoy mo yung pagkain mo. Hindi ka kain. Ayaw, kumakain ka rin. We need to overcome the negative things that are happening to us. Again, matagal na panahon na to, ako'y binata pa. Ako'y naghahanap buhay. At ang hanap buhay ko noon, bago ako kinasama ko isang magdarak. Seryoso to alam mo yung darak, pagkain ng baboy. Okay. So, bumibili ako ng, kung mura ang darak sa Laguna, bibili ko sa Laguna, dadalhin ko sa Maynila. Kung mura ang darak sa Bulacan, dadalhin ko sa Laguna. Kung sa mura, bibili ko, tapos dadalhin ko sa mahal. Papatungan mo lang a few cents. Dahil naman, tunay-tunay yun. Kada biyahe mo, kikita ka, mga 5,000. Kung pala mo namin 5,000 malaking bagay yun. Kahit naman yung malaki pa rin ang 5,000. Pero one time, pastoral leader ako, meeting kami, mga hawak ko sa Facebook ko si Juan Samson, sila Nel Mars, sila Chito Morales. Brothers, meeting tayo. Siguro kilala niyo dyan. Meeting ng Shakey's. Shakey's? Sabi niya, makakain kami gano'n, nagtuwa-tuwa. At saan ko tinapigil limon? Sabi ni bro, bakit? May special ba kayo? Bakit Shakey's tayo? Dati Spanish bread lang Kaya, napandiko ko. Gano'n lang Sabi ko, hindi, nalugi ko today. Nalugi. Bumiyahin ko tapos mahal yung mahal yung pagkabit ko. Pag-deliver ko, halos gano'n din ang presyo. Nalugi ko. Sabi nga na, bakit? Masama feeling ko lugi ka Masama, ayaw kong magpadala sa sama ng loob. Ayaw yung pagkalulugi ako parang bumabagsak yung pagkakamit ko. So, sabi ko, pero lang yung tayo lang yan. So, kaya tayo. Talaga, sabi nga, bro, sana next week malugi ka ulit. Sana next week ulit. But there is something there. Okay? Meron tayong matututunan doon that whenever things are happening in our life that makes us sad, okay? The Lord is commanding us. Rejoice. The Lord is commanding us. Do not allow, okay, discouragement or disappointment to enter into your life. Next would be, ba't tawag ka dyan? Tama rin tayo. Sound check. Hindi na pa iniisip kung bakit yun anong connection ng waiting in gladness sa maglalakak na tayo. Napasin ba nyo? Hindi ba nyo naisip bakit? Hindi nyo na-connect. Binabasahan niya, waiting sa rin. Magaling mo nga yan. We know that during this time, God allows us to experience His goodness and generosity. But we can be happy or more happy and more glad if the blessings that we have received were able to pay forward. Napaka-importante yan. Okay? There's great joy in paying back to the Lord. Okay? Honor the Lord with your wealth. Bring the first fruits of all your produce. There's joy in offering to the Lord your thanks. That's good. Maganda yan. But there's also great joy in paying forward. Okay? Dahil, alam mo, when you pay forward, when you give it, tinulungan ka ng isa, pero hindi mo na sa kanya ibabalik, tutulong mo sa ibang tao, kasi alam mo, hindi niya na maibabalik yun. Okay? I have experienced a lot of brothers helping me. But pag meron ako, I wouldn't want na ibabalik ko rin sa kanila. My joy is to be able to have whatever, to give whatever I have, and to give it to somebody else. And right now, okay, if you are in this season, as you look with gratitude on the blessings that the Lord has been giving you, you also need to think, kanino kaya ako pwedeng mag-pay forward? Sino yung tao? Because for all you know, that person also needs his daily dosage of hope during this time. and your paying it forward will answer his concerns, and that he will experience also the goodness and generosity of God. Basta. And lastly, how can we win in gladness? We want to learn how to encourage. Nasabi ko na sa inyo kanina na hinilit ko sa sarili ko, magsalita ka. Because I know that the moment magsalita ako, magagamit ng Panginoon niya to encourage that person. Sabi niya sa akin, dapat pala ko yun dyan, kami pakiusap. Kasi nung umaga pa lang, masama ng lurukan na hindi ang dinadaanan. Kung kailan pa uwi na lang, doon lang yun nasabi. And when I started talking to her, I-encourage siya. Sabi, sayang yung maghapon na naglugod siya. Kung narinig lang niya yung sinabi ko sa kanya, okay, it would have changed her whole day. And you know, that is one thing that we need to grow into as brothers and sisters in the Lord. To learn to encourage one another. Pagdating ko pala niya, sinabi ko sa niya, before I start, I just would like to honor you. Because I know na magiging masaya kayo. Totoo naman. Ito, magaling ito. Kasi hindi ko kilala si Joe. Jero, hindi ko siya kilala eh. Okay? Pero pinagmamasdan ko, sabi ko, paano ko yung mag-live dito? Pero at some point, nagtaman ako, yes, Lord. It's good, good, Jero. But you know, the encouragement that you give people is so important because that is also the same way that the Lord will ultimately use to encourage you. Ito, napaka-sensitive na to. Magkwento ko sa inyo, kung maaari, huwag na kayong mag-speculate, huwag na kayong mag-isip. Yung principles na lang, isipin nyo. Actually, in my stature sa Roma, hindi naman ganun kadali na ikaw ay napakagalitan. Pero there's one time na ako ay napakagalitan. And the way na dumating sa akin yung correction was so hurtful. I was so hurt. Okay? Ang mga words na binitawan, okay, is something like, kung ikaw ay ordinaryong klaseng tao, baka naintindihan ko, okay, kung bakit ganyan ka. Pero hindi ka naman ordinaryong tao eh. And yet you're acting like that. Ganun yung pagkasabi. At marami pa. Again, sa yun lang yung isipin ko, hindi mo kaya naggaling. Sabi ko, nasaktan talaga ako. But of course, I have to keep my own, I have to keep myself, composed, okay? Pagkatapos nangyari yun, nag-ring ang telepono ko. And this time, ang tumatawag naman sa akin, isang ating estudyante who's going through a major problem in his life. Na nag-aaway naman sila ngayon ng asawa niya, at talagang grabe yung dinadaanan niya, at grabe yung ginagawa sa kanya, to the point na sinasabi niya, bukas, pupuntahan ko yan, ipapahiya ko yan, gagawin ko yan. Galit na galit siya. Okay? Hindi ko masabi, bakit ko sinasabi sa akin? Ako rin galit na galit eh. At saka bakit nagpupuhos ka ngayon na masama ng loob mo? Masama na. Wala yan sa problema ko. Gusto kong gano'n ano? And yet, I found myself using the very same words that hurt me. Nung wala na akong masabi, sabi ko sa kanya, alam mo, kung ordinaryo kong tao, sabi sa alam mo, if you were an ordinary man, I would have understood what you want to have and what you want to do. But you are not an ordinary man. You are better than many of us. Okay? You know that you are a man of greater and finer quality, that you should not allow yourself to be drawn in that direction. You are a better man than many of us. And And then he started crying. Umiyak na umiyak. Tapos ang sinasabi ko, sir, yan lang naman yung gusto kong marinig. Gusto ko rin sabihin, parang gano'n, no? Yung gusto ko rin sabihin, kasi hindi ko na masasabi, but in my heart, yun din yung gusto kong marinig. Alam mo naman tapos yung discussion, masaya ako. Bakit? Alam kong nasaktan ako, pero alam ko na yung ginamit para saktan ko, nagamit ko para naman pasayahin at i-encourage yung isang tao na kailangan para niya yung bagay na yun sa oras na yun. And that fact alone encouraged me also. Na-encourage din ako. Parang sinasabi sa akin, pinadaan ko sa yan. Para yung words, magamit mo. Para yung words, makuha mo kung hindi sabihin. Okay? And I want you to encourage you. And dear brothers and sisters, you do not know the power of an encouraging word. That if you will only keep on encouraging your mga magulang ninyo sa dinadaan nila, mga kapatid ninyo, okay? Dito sa prayer meeting, if you could only after an encouraging word, it will mean so much to so many people. And those encouragement will all go back to you. That is something that we would need on a daily basis. We need hope in a daily basis. So sabi nga nila, binanggit na namin yung kanina, okay? I will call this to mind as my reason to hope. The favors of the Lord are not exhausted. His mercies are not spent. They are renewed each morning. Can you sinabi yan? So the Lord has been speaking to you. The Lord has been using you. Okay? And daily the Lord will renew you. But daily you need to turn to the Lord and say, Lord, this is a special day. I need my daily dosage of hope. I will hold on, Lord, okay, to the promises that you have given me. And whatever happens, I will overcome, O Lord, by your word and by your promise, okay, whatever is going on in my life. And I will be generous. I will pay forward. Okay? I will do what has to be done in order for me to pay back and to pay forward your goodness. And finally, Lord, as I need to be encouraged, Lord, please use me. Use me during this season to encourage others. As you go through this season of Advent, kung yan apat na yan, gagawin ninyo, this season will be very meaningful. Don't focus on the waiting. Season, Advent, waiting. Okay? Don't focus on the waiting. You will be bored. Okay? And don't focus on persevering. Sige, you will get back. But focus on Jesus. Focus on Him. Believing that He supplies that blessed hope. That He supplies that strength that we need each day. So maraming salamat mga